that, like a little bit of a headache, but it's really not hard. We're making a nice mess though with the strawberry tops.
I know.
But look at when you
divine.
look at the difference. This is the one I cut the top to, and these are the ones you did. Look at what you save.
Absolutely.
So what a great way to have your kids involved in that process.
Let's see, did I get it all?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's a very simple process.
So how long does this recipe take
to make? This takes, you have to bring this to a boil. Oops, I got one little seed in there. You bring this to a boil, or so you get a nice rolling boil, and then you just add your pectin and you boil it 1 more minute. So it actually, it's not going to take us real long. I have a very powerful little stovetop here. Once I get my sugars kind of dissolved in the strawberries. But look at how beautiful the strawberries are. Now I can tell you, if you go to the store and you buy strawberry jam, you are not going to have pretty strawberries. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
So this is such a bonus. Yep, pour it in.
All right.
And why don't you get us a few more strawberries if you don't mind, and you can mash them. And one of the, a new thing in Michigan this year, well, last year was the first time that the farmers did it, but they actually made did the topsy-turvy tomato plants. They're doing topsy-turvy strawberries now, and they're up off the ground, and they say that their season lasts longer. So we're going to have strawberries longer this year. I'm so excited.
Oh, I can't wait.
But the beautiful red colors of the strawberries, and they're so much fresher. Now these are coming out of, I believe, out of Florida, but they had such a cold spell. I suppose they won't have as long a season this year. So we'll, you know, as soon as we can get them here in the state, it'll be great.
So what are some of the other things that you do with strawberries?
Oh, strawberries are the greatest. we generally just eat them fresh. As soon as they come into season, we start buying them, and my kids actually will sit down and eat a pint of them by themselves, you know. But strawberry jam. We're going to do an angel food cake. As soon as we get a few more strawberries in here, that's probably actually enough.
Okay.
We want to smash a few. We'll put them in, and we'll let this just cook. And I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful angel food roll-up. This is made with just an angel food cake, and I use either a box mix that doesn't have the bleach white flour, or I make it homemade. And one of the things that if you're making it homemade, buy your local eggs from the farmers markets. Now at Canton, we have a local farmer that brings in the eggs, and an egg that is allowed, or a chicken that is allowed to peck like wherever he wants, or I guess she wants, has every vitamin known to man except for vitamin C. It's the most complete food you can eat. It's got protein, which is a great, whoops, that was a good mess. Okay. It was, they have a great protein. They kind of got a bad rap a few years ago that they were, you know, oh, salmonella, blah, blah, blah. Well, salmonella is carried on the outside of the shell. So if the egg is handled correctly, it's not. So I tell people, even if you buy eggs in the store, I take them home and wash them in soap and water.
Ah, that takes care of that?
Right, because then when you crack it, if you happen to get a shell in or whatever, you're not getting that potential of salmonella. So you want to make sure that it's a very clean egg. Okay.
You are just a wealth of information.
All right, we're going to set these jars, everything kind of aside here, and let's move down just a little bit.
Gotcha.
And next to you, there is a clear white towel right there. Yep, if you'll grab that towel. Yeah. We're going to lay this on the counter.
Okay.
And this is going to be our starting point. And if you'll take our knife and go around the edge, we're just going to loosen this like this.
Gotcha.
Around that edge. Okay. And I think we're going to move this box just to give you a little more room.
Sure. Now you said you could use either a pre-bought mix or...
Right. Just watch when you're buying pre-box that you are buying it without bleach flour. But actually an angel food is only egg whites beaten with sugar added, and then flour basically stirred in, and a little bit of vanilla. It's the easiest cake to make.
So there's not much to it.
No. And it's one of those cakes that even diabetics eat because it doesn't have, it'll just pop right out.
Okay.
You just take it, and we put a sill pad on the bottom, and there is our beautiful jelly roll.
Now that we've flipped the angel food cake, what's the next step?
The next step is to put some strawberry jam on it. This is strawberry jam that we made last season. I guess we need the knife or the spatula from here. Right. And this, as you can see, look at the freshness of that. Look at how pretty it is with the strawberries.
delicious.
You don't get that at the store.
No, you don't.
And we're just going to put this on. You could put whipped cream in here. You could add chocolate if you wanted. But think about in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold, like we've had here in Michigan this year, and you open up the fridge or the cupboard, and here you have fresh strawberry jam from last season from the farmer's market. And like we said, they'll be in June. So, and it's only 2 quarts of strawberries, and you have 7 cups of jam.
Ooh.
So that's good.
That really is.
You know, when you think about it, what it costs to have strawberries from the store. And if you wanted to take this one step further, you could take your strawberries and even add, like now at this time of year, you could have added them to it if you wanted a few more strawberries in it, just to give it a little more
That's
punch.
a great idea, absolutely.
And it kind of freshens it up too. Do you know what I mean? Like when you use a jam, people go and buy that jelly stuff in the produce section, and it's just, artificial everything. And so we're trying to convince people that they don't need to do that. They could do these things at home, their own products. And so this would just be a way that if you wanted to add a few strawberries because they're beautiful this time of year with a little bit of fresh whipped cream, what amazing taste.
Oh, absolutely. And not a lot of work.
No, not a lot of work.
Easy.
This actually with a cake mix can be made in less than an hour. Like you can mix it up, bake it, cool it, roll it, and actually have it on the table within an hour. So it's not a long process.